Earlier this week, Donald Trump made two separate appearances before the United Nations, the first of his presidency, and both times he managed to completely embarrass not only himself, but the entire country of the United States, to the point where his chief of staff, John Kelly, actually gave us one of the most epic facepalms of the Trump presidency so far. And that facepalm came as a result of this statement that Donald Trump made on day 2 of his speech to the UN.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
Now, what's interesting about that quote is that I don't know for sure if he's referring to Kim Jong-un as Rocket Man or if he's actually talking about himself as Rocket Man, because based on that statement, both would fit. But you can't, for the love of God, you cannot threaten to wipe out basically 25 million political prisoners in their own country just because you have a beef with their psychotic leader. But that is what Donald Trump did in front of the United Nations. And keep in mind, 25 million people in North Korea do not have access to the internet. Most of them live without electricity. They live at standards well below anything we would look at around the world and consider acceptable. They are political prisoners, not allowed to leave their country and not allowed to move up in their societal castes. And Donald Trump has no problem killing them because of the actions of one crazed lunatic who happens to be running the country. But that was not the only horribly embarrassing thing Donald Trump did in front of the United Nations. On day 1, he sat there and bragged about his Trump Hotel property that was right across the street from the United Nations, talking about how he saw such a great potential in this particular little area of real estate, as if anyone in that room actually cared. And speaking of things in that room, or things that the people in that room do not care about, there's also the fact that Donald Trump spent a good amount of time on day 2 bragging about things like how great the economy's done in the United States since his election. He bragged about the alleged job growth that he's taking credit for that actually occurred under President Obama's budget. He's bragging about unemployment. He's bragging about the military budget we just passed, bragging about everything. And once again, nobody in that room cared because it didn't have any effect whatsoever on anything that they were talking about or anything that they care about in their daily lives when it comes to running their own countries. The other thing that Trump did that actually drew laughs from the crowd, not with him but at him, was he took a couple of digs at socialism, saying how we've fought back against it and look how great we're doing. And of course, world leaders decided to laugh at that because Donald Trump doesn't have a basic understanding of how pretty much every other industrialized country in this world works. As it turns out, a lot of other countries, in fact, most of the ones we considered advanced, have some form of either socialized medicine or socialized higher education where the state, the country, covers the costs of those things. Many other countries around this world, most of them actually, have some kind of socialist policies in place because socialism isn't looked at as a bad thing over there because they don't have an idiotic Republican Party out there every day in the media trying to demonize something that provides goods and services that are necessary for their public, like we do here in the United States. So there you have it, folks. There is just a few of the things on the very long list of ways that Donald Trump once again proved that not only is he not a leader, but that we shouldn't trust him when he has to go up and talk to actual leaders from around the world. If you're thinking about subscribing to our channel, I strongly encourage you to do that. But if you're not thinking about subscribing, I would encourage you to start thinking about it, and then once you're thinking about it, actually go and do it. You can see the subscribe button right there on the screen, or if you're watching on a different platform, go to youtube.com/theringofFire.